Atea Presosa, and welcome to my vlog. In this video, we will talk about evaluating function. So, let's get in the video. Before we proceed to our main topic, we need to recap first about a function. A function is a relation such that each member of the domain is paired with one and only one member of the range. A set of ordered x, y is a relation. The domain is a set of values made up of the x coordinate of the ordered pairs, while the range is a set of values made up of y values of the ordered pair. What does it mean to evaluate a function? Evaluating function. To evaluate a function is to replace or substitute its variable with a given number or expression. Evaluating a function is a replacement of values of a variable x with any elements of the domain and computing for the result.
Let's start to our first example. Let's start at the basic. For number 1, we have f of x is equal to x plus 3. And we have our given number, f of negative 1. The first step in evaluating functions is simply substituting the given number, which in this case is negative 1, to the given equation. So, if we are going to substitute negative 1 in our given equation, f of x is equals to x plus 3, it will become f of negative 1 is equals to negative 1 plus 3. Now, after substituting the number to the variable in the equation, we will proceed to our second step. We will now solve the equation. F of negative 1 is equal to negative 1 plus 3. Negative 1 plus 3 will be equal to positive 2. When we are adding positive number and negative number, we are just simply going to subtract the numbers. After subtracting them, the sign that you are going to follow is the sign with the higher number. In this case, negative 1 plus positive 3, we will first subtract 3 by 1. So, it will become 2. The sign of 2 is positive because between negative 1 and 3, 3 is the higher number and it has a positive sign. After performing a given operations on the equation, we now have our final answer. So, f of negative 1 is equal to positive 2. This is now the final answer. Now, to our next example, we have 4x squared plus 6x plus 12. Our given number is f of 3. We are now going to solve. Like our first example, what we are going to do is first substitute. The given number to the equation. So that means substituting 3 to our equation for x squared plus 6x plus 12. After substituting, we now have 4 times 3 squared plus 6 times 3 plus 12. And we will solve it. Let's first solve the exponent. So, we will solve the exponent. 3 squared is equal to 9. So, we now have 4 times 9 plus 6 times 3 plus 12. Next, let us multiply. 4 times 9 is equal to 36. And 6 times 3 is equal to 18 plus 12. Bring down 12. And now, we already have 36 plus 18 plus 12. Lastly, we will perform addition. So, 36 plus 18 plus 12 is equal to 66. After performing all the operations present in the equation, we've now got our final answer, which is, in this case, 66. This is now the final answer. Down to our last example, let us have the square root of x squared plus 13. And we will have 6 of our given. So, f of 6. It may look a bit more complicated than the first examples, but if you listen and understand the procedures in evaluating functions in the previous examples, this will be easy. So remember, our first step will be substituting. Let's substitute our given 6 to our equation. We now have square root of 6 squared plus 13. Next, our second step is performing the operation. First, let's solve the exponent. 6 squared is equal to 36. And now, we have square root of 36 plus 13. Then, we are going to add 36 plus 13. So, we will have square root of 49. It's not the end of our solving because we will still have the radical sign. Since 49 is a perfect square, we can easily remove the radical sign. We are going to find the square root of 49. The square root of 49 is 7. And this is also our final answer, 7.